afternoon. It's Thursday, November 14, 2024. Mental health is real. Seek help, end the stigma. On the news this afternoon, FCT Minister invited by Rivers Commission of Inquiry on Arson at Council Secretariat. Rivers Chief Judge calls for end to filing of false charges by police. Report of Rivers helicopter crash set to be released. FRSC speaks on driver's license delays. On the foreign scene, fatal blast at Supreme Court building in Brazil. I'm Ifichuku Moiling with the news. Now, the Rivers State Judiciary Panel of Inquiry, set up to investigate the destruction of some local government secretariat, has summoned the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to appear before it on the 19th of November. The summon is contained in an advertorial by the panel of inquiry and signed by the chairman, Justice I.R. Minakiri. It said Mr. Wike's invite follows calls by some persons from Emoha Local Government Council who submitted a memorandum to the commission, along with downloaded video clips from the internet concerning him. The panel said a copy of the summon and the video clip has been sent to Mr. Wike by courier service and advised him to listen and take necessary reaction over the content of the video. The commission also invited some politicians loyal to the FCT minister, including APC's Tony Okocha, former Ikwere Council Chairman Samuel Wanosike, former Eleme Council boss Obali Rumate Olo, amongst others, and some loyalists of Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The panel said it will conclude sitting on the 21st of November. In the meantime, over 40 petitioners have expressed their intention to challenge the result of the October 5th local government elections conducted by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC. Our correspondent who visited the Rivers State Local Government Election Tribunal Registry reports that the majority of these cases have been filed by APC chairmanship candidates, Labour Party and others. Now, these candidates are challenging the elections of the council chairman who ran under the Action People's Party APP. Also, nearly all 23 local government chairmen are being brought before the tribunal. Meanwhile, the tribunal has started its session and is currently hearing cases filed by aggrieved politicians. It has also ordered the inspection of ballot papers and result sheets used in the elections. Moving on, the Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Chiboza Amadi, has condemned the practice of police officers filing false charges against suspects. Justice Amadi spoke when the State Commissioner of Police, Mustafa Mohammed, led his team on a courtesy visit to the Judiciary Complex in Port Harcourt on Wednesday.
In Rivers State, there's one issue that has really affected the congestion in our correctional centers. This issue of mass arrest and courtesan. Someone steals a bag from a woman along my train, you arrest. Either you charge robbery or you go courtesan. Why not stealing? When I go for jail delivery, I will be 5 cases. Young boy steals handset of 200 naira. The owner of the handset has taken the handset. He's not interested in coming to court.
Justice Amadi pledged that the judiciary will continue collaborating with security agencies, particularly the police, to combat crime and uphold justice in the state. He urged the Commissioner of Police to carefully choose officers assigned to investigate cases.
It is not every policeman that should be taken to a department for investigation of cases. Not every policeman. Assessing a policeman, you'll be able to know which particular area he fits in. For a policeman to be an investigator, he must have little rudimentary knowledge of law, at least like cautionary words, how to effect arrest, recording of statement, because I don't like a situation where a graduate, maybe the policeman, he just who sat, you arrest him, then you start recording the statement for him, give him the paper, let him record his statement by himself.
The Chief Judge also said the Rivers State High Court now has 14 judicial divisions, including 2 newly established divisions in Abuja and Boni local government areas. Earlier, the Commissioner of Police, CP Mustafa Mohammed, said his visit is aimed at strengthening collaboration with the judiciary to ensure justice is effectively served in all cases. Meanwhile, the police have advised residents to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to the police, especially these amber months. In an interview with correspondent Emekotoka, the public relations officer of the River State Police Command, Grace Iringikoko, said there has been no specific crime pattern in the state. She, however, assured residents that the Commissioner of Police, Mustafa Mohammed, has ordered the deployment of tactical teams to key areas to ensure the safety of lives and property across the state.
What I would say that they should be security conscious of themselves, and any suspicious movement, they should immediately report to the police or call the police hotline, our control room number, so that our men will be deployed. In the area of surveillance, you can see that the Commissioner of Police has already deployed the tactical teams to be on ground, and you can see visibility policing that our men and our vehicles are always positioned in every, let me use the word, black spots in the state to ensure there is no breakdown of law and order, even in the waterway.
In the meantime, some parents have been discussing ways to protect children from kidnappings and other social dangers. Now, this follows a traumatic account from a father whose 12-year-old daughter, Favor Oluwaseyi, was kidnapped on the 7th of August near their home in Elewo community, River State. In an interview, a concerned parent, Ufoma Odu, urged other parents to educate their children and wards on how to respond to strangers and even known individuals when they are alone. Mrs. Odu warned that kidnappers often use personal information to lure children in the absence of their parents and guardians.
Children learn from what they plan here. You understand me? Maybe advising a child is what is going on. Even from social media, sending things I show to them. If anybody calls you on the road, don't answer. Don't even stand because they have chemicals in their hands that they use in covering your nose or powdery substance they blow, and you will not know yourself again. If they come to tell you, oh, see, your mother is at the junction there, so that is to come that the load is too much, don't go, it is a lie. Telling them to be satisfied with what they have, they should not join people that even their friends can sell them out.
Another parent, Grace Wilcox, also spoke.
Children learn from what they plan here. You understand me? Maybe advising a child is what is going on. Even from social media, sending things I show to them. If anybody calls you on the road, don't answer. Don't even stand because they have chemicals in their hands that they use in covering your nose or powdery substance they blow, and you will not know yourself again. If they come to tell you, oh, see, your mother is at the junction there, so that is to come that the load is too much, don't go, it is a lie. Telling them to be satisfied with what they have, they should not join people that even their friends can sell them out.
Moving on, the Director General of the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau, NSIB, Alex Bade, says the report of the helicopter crash near Boni in River State will be released within the next 30 days. Recall that on the 24th of October, a helicopter carrying 6 passengers and 2 crew members crashed into the Atlantic Ocean shortly after takeoff. Mr. Bade, speaking during a briefing in Abuja on Wednesday, said neighboring countries have been notified as part of a coordinated long-term recovery strategy, especially given that one of the bodies was discovered across the border in Cameroon. On the spot, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, said the bodies of 3 passengers from the ill-fated helicopter crash have not been found. He, however, said investigations are ongoing to determine the actual cause of the crash following the discovery of the black box.
The search and rescue operations continued day and night for 14 days non-stop. So far, 5 bodies were recovered, while 1 passenger and 2 crew members are yet to be found. The search and recovery efforts continued until the flight recorder was found on the 8th of November 2024. Our objective is to conduct a thorough investigation to prevent a tragedy like this from happening again.
In other news, the body of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja is to arrive from Lagos to Abuja today. Recall that his death was announced last week by President Bola Tinubu, who said the late Chief of Army Staff passed away in Lagos after a period of illness. And when his body arrives, it will be accorded a guard of honor and taken down the red carpet in full view of Nigeria's military top brass until it is put in the ambulance and taken to a resting place. He will be buried on Friday at the National Military Cemetery, Abuja. Still to come, human rights lawyer slams FCT minister over construction of houses for judges. Stay with us. Of the news. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana says it is wrong for the FCT minister Nyesom Wike to give judges houses and cars. Recall that in October, the FCT minister Wike flagged off design and construction of 40 judges' quarters in the Katampe district, Abuja. Speaking on Channels Television, Mr. Falana said the Constitution has granted financial autonomy to the judiciary to manage its own budget.
You have cases before these courts on the theory of equality before the law. You cannot be seen to be giving car or house to judges who are going to determine your cases. And that is why the autonomy of the judiciary has now been constitutionalized. So he cannot say, I'm going to build 40 houses. 10 shall go to the Federal Court, 10 shall go to judges in the FCTI Court.
Now, yesterday, during a media chat, the FCT minister Nyesom Wike denied claims that the building of homes for judges in Abuja is to pocket them for political gains. He said that the construction of homes for judges is not his policy, but part of welfare packages that President Bola Tinubu designed for the judges to promote the independence of the judiciary. He insisted that the project was approved in the 2024 budget and he is only implementing it. And now to business. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, says it has reached the mark of 1.8 million barrels per day of crude oil production. In a statement today, the NNPCL also said it is set to hit the 2 million barrels per day target set by President Bola Tinubu by December 2024. The company also revealed that it is now producing 7.4 million standard cubic feet of gas to power the gas infrastructure, especially the AKK, an improvement from 6.1 million standard cubic feet earlier in the year. In entertainment, Ivy Zeni, the wife of Paul Okoye, says she is not happy with the ongoing disagreement between her husband and his twin brother Peter Okoye, which led to the dissolution of the iconic P-Square duo. She addressed the issue in her latest YouTube video while answering questions from fans and followers. In sports, a video has emerged of a man alleged to be suspended Premier League referee David Kute sniffing a white powder in a hotel room while he was officiating at last summer's Euro 2024 match. The 8-second clip, which leaked on Wednesday night, allegedly shows the official using a rolled-up banknote to inhale the powder. Kute is currently suspended by referee's body, PGMOL, who launched an investigation after a separate video emerged of him calling manager Jurgen Klopp some abusive words.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Explosions near Brazil's Supreme Court and Congress killed one person and prompted justices and staff to evacuate. Two blasts rocked the capital Brasilia on Wednesday night, just days before leaders of G20 countries were expected to meet in Rio de Janeiro, followed by a state visit by Chinese President Xi Jinping. Preliminary information suggested that the victim, a man who has not been identified yet, set off the explosives after trying to enter the court.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this afternoon, you heard FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has been invited by Rivers Commission of Inquiry on arson at Council Secretariat. Rivers Chief Judge has cautioned the police against filing false charges against suspects. Report of Rivers helicopter crash is set to be released. And on the foreign scene, fatal blasts have been recorded in Brazil's Supreme Court. The news was edited by Constance Iruele Mega. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.